is Dr. Curt Carlson, and I was trained at the University of Oklahoma in experimental psychology. So that's my training, and I have done research on eyewitness identification for about 20 years now. And that's what I want to talk about today, the state of the research field in eyewitness identification, eyewitness memory, and best practices for police, because that's really the ultimate goal, of course, of this research is not just to study eyewitness memory from a theoretical point of view, although that's certainly a focus as well, but also to come up with recommendations, applications, real world applications of this research, because obviously it's very important. And every once in a while, the big name eyewitness researchers in the field get together and they produce a set of recommendations for police about how to properly do procedures, how best to handle eyewitness identification evidence. And that's something else I'll get into today is the official set of recommendations. All right, so I'll get going here. Well, mistaken eyewitness identification has been the large motivation behind this research over the years. You can go all the way back to, gosh, 1908 with Hugo Munsterberg starting to look at this issue of eyewitness memory and how eyewitnesses can make mistakes. But really, the modern research, of course, got going in the 1970s and continues to today. And one big motivation behind this is this issue of why do eyewitnesses make these mistakes, right? An eyewitness seeing a suspect in a lineup or a show up, and maybe they pick an innocent individual. Well, they're not lying. It's not like they have some sort of bias against this person necessarily. There can be legitimate memory-based mistakes, okay? And that's been the big focus. And starting in the 90s, these DNA exoneration cases started popping up, and that was an additional motivation behind this research. So we know now that several hundred individuals across the US have been released from prison based on DNA evidence, and it's really remarkable that approximately 70% of these convictions were due at least in part, to mistaken eyewitness identification. It's the single largest cause, at least for the DNA exoneration cases. If you broaden the scope to sort of all